Hi, my name is Sean Tan Zheng Wei, and I'm the director of our animated short film titled All We Have Left.
Hello, my name is Kuan Yue Tong, and I'm the art director of All We Have Left.
So our production is called 90GB Productions. We are a production consisting of 40 members, and our production consists of illustrators, animators, and also modelers. So my personal artistic journey started since I was young. I've always had this passion for drawing, and I started joining art classes, joining art competitions. And when I finally decided to join the One Academy after graduating secondary school, I'm very grateful and thankful that my parents are supportive of my decision. I like being creative, hence why I love the freedom of art. I think it is a place where you can be creative and create something that has never been seen before.
Well, my role involves overseeing the visual aspects of the film, ensuring that every visual detail aligns with our art direction and enhances the storytelling. So ever since I'm young, I've always been passionate about art in general. I sing, I dance ballet, I act in dramas, I write and draw. And animation in particular really fascinates me because it's like a complex combination of many forms of art. So that ultimately sparked my passion for pursuing animation, as I can incorporate the things I like and also the knowledge that I have into it.
So the initial inspiration for All We Have Left was the future of humanity. Back in the initial story page I created, it is quite different from the current story, although we had like the same setting, the same characters and all. But in the initial story, it heavily included the fact that the rich and the wealthy left planet Earth for a better planet, while Lily and her father are the leftovers on planet Earth. So back when I was creating this story, there's a lot of buzz going around of billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they're trying to get to Mars. So that had me thinking, what if we succeed? What if we really found a planet that is sustainable for humanity? And also, at the same time, our planet is also facing a lot of environmental issues. So it's good we have like an alternative. But what if you are not fortunate enough to live, right? What if by then the richest already took all the resources, plants, trees, animals and everything to improve their living condition? Will people care about the environment enough by then, or is it too late for planet Earth? So that's what I wanted All We Have Left to be a thought, to be a topic of discussion now. It's like, if we don't preserve our planet Earth and save our planet Earth, we're going to end up like All We Have Left, right? So that is the impact I wanted on our audience. So eventually, in pre-production, we went through a lot of alterations for the story with our lecturers. So unfortunately, we had to leave out the part of the rich living planet thing because it might be a bit too confusing, and also we have a time limit and also limited resources to do it. But it is still the setting of our story. It's just that we did not go in depth to explore it. Instead, we focus more on the environmental issue part of the story. So if you're wondering, spoilers ahead, in the ending, it is abandoned Earth that has been left behind and also ruined by all the environmental issues, and it is not Mars. So my favorite scene is actually the glitching scene towards the end here, because the acting and also the animation of that particular scene is quite challenging for us. We had to convey Lily's feeling of realization, fear, and also father's thought of like, what have I done? Did I make the right decision? That sense of guilt, that feeling through a subtle way of acting without any verbal communications. So that was a challenge to our animators, and we actually spent a lot of time trying to get reference, like you can see here. We actually had to reshoot many times to get that acting to just that right spot. So I'm glad that we managed to pull it off. And I think a fun fact would be, during this scene, this whole glitch VFX scene, one thing about us is that we do not have like VFX students, we don't have like VFX background in our team. So all of the VFX, not just the glitch, but all of it, the artists had to find online, learn online, or consult lecturers, ask the VFX lecturers. So it is quite a tough challenge for the glitch. Like our member Ping Yi was in charge of the glitch. It actually took a lot of failed attempts to finally get to where we want it to look. And initially I was actually very concerned during production that the outcome of the glitch would really impact the whole story, because if it's not done right, it will not convey the feeling of the twist that we wanted to the audience, and it will basically, waste everything. So I'm glad that after many feedbacks and changes, we finally got it to like the desired outcome we wanted towards like the end of production, before post-production. So yeah, just thankful that we got it out right.
Okay, my favorite scene is the hologram scene. So it was one of the most challenging scenes to make, and everyone really put a lot of hard work in it. So during the developing stage, the story artist actually drew a lot of versions of storyboard to visualize the entire scene. And Lily had a run sequence in the scene. So before animating, our animators actually have to film themselves running as Lily and catching the imaginary butterfly to get like our animation reference. And it took a lot of trial and error to coordinate Lily, the butterfly, the trees, and even the placement of props. So it's actually planned and placed carefully to make the scene look good in camera. So one of the fun facts of the hologram plants is that we actually sneaked in some of the plants and flowers that did not exist in the Utopia outside world. So it actually only exists in the hologram scene. These are originally scrap designs or unnoticeable elements, but when we make them glow and we put it in the hologram scene, we noticed that it really fits into the scene, and it also helped balance out the overpowering glow of the trees.
Yes, Fox Render Farm did help us a lot by speeding up our workflow towards the end, because we started using Fox Render Farm for like our last month of post-production. At that time, we are trying to chase our deadline, so it definitely helped us speed up the process a lot because of its efficiency. Our biggest resources is time, and actually we managed to save a lot of time by using Fox Render Farm, because our renderers could just render at the comfort of their home instead of dealing with a lot of uncertainties like file crashing and all that. So one of the benefits in our scenario, for example, is that you imagine like there is a texture issue for a few frames in this scene. We can actually have our renderers re-render it overnight, and then we can get the results the next day instead of having to wait for a few days and dealing with a lot of other complications.
Fox Render Farm has definitely improved our workflow speed. We have many shots that require a large amount of time to render, and not only do we have a large amount of trees and grass, we also have VFX and simulations. Like for the characters, we have hair simulation, and we have grass, tree simulation, and also hologram tree growth, etc. And Fox Render Farm is able to render heavy shots in a short time while ensuring good quality on the render passes. In the rendering stage, we renderers prioritized rendering our heaviest and most time-consuming shots in Fox Render Farm, and that really improved our workflow speed.
Yes, I would definitely consider using Fox Render Farm services again, and also recommend it to other students and professionals. I think the only comment we have is our team definitely wish that we could have used Fox Render Farm sooner, as it would have helped speed up our process even more and save us a lot of setbacks during post-production.
I'm really glad that we're able to have a chance to use Fox Render Farm's rendering service on All We Have Left, and I'm also a renderer myself, so it's really a lifesaver for our project, as we were struggling with many issues and also rushing our deadlines. And yeah, definitely I would recommend to other students and professionals to try it out, especially for juniors that will be doing their final year projects soon.
Have I?
Have you?
No. So TOA is like an army training camp that solidifies your mental strength. So yeah, the answer to your question, does it exist, is kind of like a yes and no. So yes, it does exist, but I don't really remember where, but I do have a picture of it. And do people really use it to cry? I think probably no. I haven't heard of the tradition where someone just say, I gotta go to the crying corner for a good cry. But I do feel bad for the people who are going through it, and I myself have friends and classmates who have gone through it as well. I think it is okay if you want to cry out and talk to someone about it. I think one of the most important things you can do is also to surround yourself with a good social circle in your class, with your classmates. So, because at the end of the day, they are the ones going through the same thing as you, and they make your darker days shine a little brighter. And together, you guys can help each other out and get each other through those days. So, shout out to my friends. We finally made it through.
Yeah, really enough, the place does exist. I think it's like a ritual for two-way students to search for the crying corner, since it's like funny rumor, but I never heard of anyone crying there. It's like when I was in my first year, my friends and I went to hunt for the crying corner like floor by floor, and yeah, it's like a side quest.
It's been well. There is more time for myself to find that balance in life, and also more time to experience the life ahead of me. I also get to try and learn more different things, but I think it is still a little too early for me to say that everything has paid off well. I feel that having just been graduated from the One Academy feels like I've just successfully registered my name to the race, but I haven't really started the race yet. So definitely, I feel like everything that I've learned in the One Academy definitely surpassed my expectation of what I am capable of doing. And hopefully in a few years, I would say that it will all pay off well.
Yeah, the hard work and stress definitely paid off. I feel like I have learned so much in these 3 years, and I've never thought that I could be an animator and also involve myself in an animated short film production that's literally built from scratch. And I feel like I've done a lot of impossible things that I thought I couldn't have done. And truly, it's a dream come true experience. And a lot of people don't exactly know what I do and don't exactly know what 3D animation is about. But when they see me explaining 3D animation stuff to them, I feel like they genuinely felt how much that I like it. And I'm very grateful to be here. So I want to thank my parents and my friends and family that supported me all the way through my journey. And yeah, life after graduating is pretty chill for me. I'm currently in an internship job, and I will go to the UK to continue my studies in 3D animation and VFX. And I will carry on the knowledge that TOA has taught me and continue my next chapter in life.
Cut, interrupt.
Woo!
Go watch All We Have Left.